and welcome to Here's to Your Health. My name is Marcia Radloff, and I'm here with my husband, Tom Radloff. Tom is a registered yoga instructor and a health coach, and he's here today with me to help you learn about water and the benefits of water to your health. This program is to educate people in the community about alternative health care that's available, how you can use that for wellness, and to teach you some prevention. So welcome, and here's to your health.
Today's topic is the importance of water and how it is incorporated in your life. We also have 10 tips for healthy living today, and there again, how water is devoted to your life and your lifestyle, and how important it is for you need to drink it daily. So why do we need water, and why is it so important in maintaining good health?
Our bodies are made up of between 55 and 75% water, so being dehydrated has an effect on all the systems of our body and can lead to diseases in the body.
What is the number one reason that we need to get enough water each day?
For proper hydration, so we don't want to get dehydrated. Dehydrated leads to many illnesses in the body, which we're going to cover today. So staying hydrated for every cell of our body, that's the number one reason to get enough every day.
How do we use or lose water in our bodies every day?
We use between 4 and 6 cups of water every day just to breathe. So we're breathing out water with every breath. So many people are not consuming any water, and yet they're breathing out 4 to 6 cups of water a day. They're also excreting water through the urine, through the stool, and through sweat. So depending on how active they are during the day, they may not sweat at all, or they may sweat out a lot of water. So, you know, it's extremely important that we are taking in water to replace what we are using up every day.
And what are some of the signs of dehydration in the body?
Some of the initial signs are a dry mouth, feeling thirsty, and then as it progresses, the person will have real dry lips. So somebody who's licking their lips all the time is usually dehydrated. The elbows will be dry. The heels will get dry and cracked. The more dehydrated, the person will stop urinating, or the urine output will become less. So those are all signs. Also feeling tired and having a headache might be a sign of dehydration.
So I guess the question I would ask, so when we actually become thirsty, isn't that a sign of also dehydration also? Right?
Yes, thirst is a sign.
Oh, thirst is a sign, okay. Mm-hmm. What is the right amount of water for each person to drink each day?
Yeah, that's many good answers to that question. Some of the rules of thumb to go by are take your body weight and divide it in half, and then have that many ounces of water every day. So if you weigh 200 pounds, divide that by 2, that would be 100, and then that's how many ounces of water you would want to get during the day. And a lot of people say, well, how much is that, 100 ounces of water? That's almost a gallon, because 128 ounces is a gallon of water. Mm-hmm. And for a lot of people, that sounds like they're going to drown if they have that much water every day. But your body will adjust and thank you for taking in that water. Other rules of thumb that are out there, 2 liters a day for women and 3 liters a day for men. In special circumstances, we need more water. In pregnancy, a woman needs at least an extra liter of water every day. When breastfeeding, she needs 1 to 1.5 more liters than what she normally would need. So there are times when we need to increase it if we're like if you're working outside and it's hot and you're sweating, you know that because you used to do carpentry. Mm-hmm. So sometimes you probably had 2 gallons of water in a day.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah, I did. I guess it's very important, especially when you're sweating, to hydrate the body so you can keep your energy level up.
Right.
And so you're not so drained. And if you stop sweating when you're working that hard, that's there again a major sign of dehydration.
Right.
So you need to hydrate a lot.
Right.
Well, so how much water can we get from our foods that we eat each day then?
If we're eating real foods like fruits and vegetables and dairy products, meats. We're going to get about 20% of our water intake from our food. So the rest of it, 80%, we need to actually get from water, and water's the preferred source versus things like coffee, soda, tea, juice, because water is processed in a little different way than those are because they contain food as well.
Well, when you drink soda and caffeine and these types of drinks, does that affect how much water we should drink too, because that has water in, or does that actually have a dehydrating effect on the body?
Yeah, anything that has caffeine in it has a dehydrating effect. So increasing water, let's say you need 100 ounces of water every day and you drink 3 cups of coffee. And if your cups of coffee are 20 ounces apiece, that's 60 ounces of coffee. So now you need another 60 ounces of water to make up for that, because the coffee is actually dehydrated you, not hydrated you. So a lot of the drinks on the market that are sold for hydration actually in the long run end up dehydrating us. So if you take an electrolyte replacement drink, which is supposed to help you with hydration because it gives you the electrolytes that help you hold water in your body, and then you put lots of high fructose corn syrup and sugar in there, now it's becoming dehydrating because you need to take water from your body to eliminate those sugars from the body. So water is the most important.
So sugar actually acts as a diuretic along with caffeine also.
Yeah, it also dehydrates us.
Okay, wonderful. Well, I guess so. Are there many times where we need much more water than normal? I guess we've discussed a lot of that: heavy exertion, pregnancy, nursing, and those things.
Right. Those are the main times when we want to be looking at having more water.
So, how does water help us clean out our insides then, too?
Water is just like you get in the shower every day to wash your outside off. You need to get get under the faucet and clean your insides out. Water. A lot of people don't even know how water works in their body, but when you drink water, it's absorbed in the small intestine, goes into the bloodstream, goes out to the small capillaries, and actually leaks through the walls. They're permeable into the interstitial tissues, which is all the rest of your body outside of your cardiovascular system, and actually bathes the body and cleans house. So that water comes back then into the capillaries and dumps what it's cleaned up into the bloodstream, and then that goes to the kidneys for filtering. So if you tried to take a shower every day in coffee, orange juice, milk, energy drinks, how would it turn out? It wouldn't turn out very well. You'd be all sticky and yucky, and you wouldn't be clean. And those things don't clean us on the inside. Water is what cleans us. It's a necessary substance for healthy living.
Well, so how does the water keep the lymph system healthy then?
Well, water is important for lymph. The way what I was talking about, where you drink water and it gets out into your interstitial tissues, one of the things the lymph system does is, as much water as leaks out into the interstitial tissues, all of that will not come back into the bloodstream. A portion of that, a small percentage, will stay there and end up getting into the lymph system, which will then actually remove that by pumping that up here and dumping that back in your bloodstream through the lymph system. So if you never have any extra fluid, your lymph system is also going to be clogged up and not functioning and flowing normally.
So we need to drink plenty of water. So water, it just, it affects everything. How does water affect our bowel system then?
Water's probably not enough water, or dehydration is probably the #1 contributor to constipation. And the majority of people that I see, I'd say 80% of the patients that I see have a problem with constipation. And many of them are unaware of what that actually means. So people say, well, my doctor told me I'm normal, and maybe they're having one bowel movement every other day, and that's not normal. We have a signal from our stomach to our large intestine or colon. When the stomach starts to fill, this signal gets sent to start peristalsis, which is that squeezing, moving action of the intestines that helps us to have a bowel movement. So every time we fill the stomach, we should be getting that signal sent to the intestines to start peristalsis and have a bowel movement. And it's a rare patient that I meet who's having a bowel movement after every meal that they're eating. Most people are lucky if they're having one every day. And how does water play into that? The large intestine, which is the last place the stool moves through before it exits the body, is a water absorbing organ. So that's where we absorb the majority of the water from the food. And if the stool is sitting in there too long, or we're dehydrated, our body's going to suck every last drop of water out of the stool that it can to hydrate our bodies and clean our bodies. And then the stool's going to get really hard and dry, and the person's going to be constipated. So it's very important to keep the bowels moving normally.
Well, so, I mean, a question, not to get off the water subject, well, how many bowel movements should an average individual probably have during the day?
If you have 3 good-sized meals a day, you should have 3 bowel movements, one after each meal. Probably 20 to 30 minutes after the meal, you should have the urge to have a bowel movement.